Yo, welcome back, everybody.
What up?
Welcome to our channel. Billy,
Randall.
Randall, we are the Heathers, and it's getting real, y'all. We are, like, any day now going to become parents.
Yes.
How you feeling about that?
I'm so excited. I'm so ready.
We ready, y'all. It's
I don't know if
about
I'm
that
ready to
time.
become a parent or ready to just not be pregnant.
It's one or the other.
Hey, you get both.
Yes.
You can't get one without the other.
Yeah, so before Randy goes into labor, which could be right now, we definitely we wanted to just jump on and just share on our vlog just I think one more, kind of pregnancy, IVF kind of thoughts. And I think so many people were helped by when we opened up about our IVF pregnancy.
Yeah.
That we were like, okay, well, why don't we go over like some things during IVF that either we learned or things that we, needed, essentials.
Yeah.
And wanted to talk about pregnancy and just spend a few minutes like reminiscing.
Yes, reminiscing. This is pretty much, like you said, like the final countdown.
This is it, y'all.
Yeah, we just wanted to share some must-haves. First section, IVF. I think we'll get into like actual linking Amazon stuff for pregnancy, but for IVF, what I would say are some of the things we need are, you need people, I'm not kidding, this sounds crazy, or for some people it might, for some people it might not. You need people praying for you. Like,
Yes.
It's so emotional, y'all. Like, emotionally taxing, physically, mentally, like financially taxing, like all of the above. It really affects.
Get a support system. I mean, if you are thinking about going the route of fertility treatment, just find people that you can get upset about, like just vent to, but also like people that know you emotionally, people that know who you are, because it's a taxing process. Yeah,
I wanted to like not tell anybody. Yeah. And just like so that we could surprise everybody around us. But I quickly learned like, oh no, I'm going to need to talk to people because it's hard. And then your emotions are all over the place. I gained weight, I lost weight, I gained weight again. My first stretch marks that I got like during all of this process were during IVF because I was like, my body would like get so much bigger with the retrievals and all that stuff like that I was like constantly just everything was changing all the time. How I felt, what I wanted, what I didn't want, what I looked like. So I would definitely say the first thing you need is community, people that like understand and will walk with you.
If you're married or your partner, you need good communication. Like during IVF, like especially husbands, boyfriends, like you just have to know how to communicate with your wife, how to tell her, how to be there for her, but also understand her. And I think that was one thing, especially during IVF and even in pregnancy. Like I was just trying to understand, where do I fit in? What do I need to do? How do I help? And sometimes helping is just being there, not saying anything. Yeah. Sometimes helping is not overthinking, something that might have happened. But yeah, I would say good communication is another one.
And then you need to just, girls, if you're going through this, you need to just let yourself feel and be. Like, if you want that snack, girl, go get that snack. If you want that midnight run for a hot dog or a burger or whatever it is, you need to just let yourself in that process, in the in-between, like until you find yourself successful with your fertility treatments. And then you're going to have all these restrictions when you get pregnant. You're going to have to follow how you eat and your prenatals and the amounts of water and all that stuff like that. Of course, take care of yourself. Don't go crazy. But I think you have to let yourself, like, give yourself what you want where you can, because you're going to have so much that you don't control. That's small things like sitting and watching an extra episode of something, going and getting, like, your craving, or, like, painting your nails an extra time, whatever it is. Do those small things that will, like, spark joy, because there's so much of the process that you're going to have out of your own control.
That's good.
So yeah, I think those are three thoughts on just fertility treatments, like really brief. And then for pregnancy.
Yeah, let's talk about pregnancy. Must-haves in a relationship, or just...
We'll give some practical stuff, but I think some relationship stuff.
Yeah, I mean...
The first thing that saved my sleep my entire pregnancy was a pregnancy pillow. It literally looks like a U-shaped, and I sleep with it every night, huh?
Yeah, the pregnancy pillow is a game changer. It just ensures that, like, you're gonna be comfortable. And you might be, like, uncomfortable in certain times wherever the baby's at in your stomach, but, like, that thing, you can adjust it. So if you're uncomfortable on the left side, you can still make it work, wrap yourself with it.
Yeah, it's like you can wrap your body in this big old pillow. And I was a stomach sleeper, and so you obviously can't sleep on your stomach, and you also can't sleep on your back, so you have to be side to side. And that thing just makes sure your body doesn't have, like, you don't get that curve in your neck, or like your hips are too low, and then you end up with hip pain and neck pain. Like I never experienced any hip pain, any back pain, or any neck pain. If I did, it was because I like really slept without it and I messed something up. Like I ended up hurting my neck myself. But a lot of women will deal with like hip pain, pelvic pain, and all that stuff like that, and I didn't. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we got a really good firm pregnancy pillow, and it just kept my body aligned.
Yes.
So
get yourself some of that.
We'll link that.
Secondly, I think get a rhythm of like breakfast or some sort of like food. Like Randy liked protein shakes a lot during her pregnancy, so I learned how to make them, kind of learned how to like do it the way she liked it. So I think find those specifics that you know like throughout my pregnancy, this is going to be, I'm going to need to eat this.
Yeah.
And make sure your partner knows to keep that stocked, make sure that that's the go-to. You know, and again, just in that communication category, get some good food too.
Yeah, like a basic list of stuff, a list of foods is like so helpful, because if I wasn't down for coming up and down the stairs, or he was downstairs already, or like I had left and ran an errand and I needed to eat when I got back because the like nausea will kick in, he already knew stuff that I would be like down to have that was easy and healthy and good for like me and the baby. So a list of foods was really helpful, like just consciously aware. Like this is the only clothes you really need. You need one really good pair of maternity leggings and one really good maternity tank top. My little sister recommended the Align Lululemon leggings, and my older sister recommended this brand called Blanky. It's a pregnancy tank top. He's seen me put it on. It's a struggle to get it on, but once they're on, wonders. It has like bands at the bottom built into the tank top that literally like hold your entire however many pound placenta, uterus, and child up, so that you avoid like a lot of that back pain, like I was saying. And then the Lululemon leggings, another little bit pricier. The same brand that does the tank tops also does the leggings, has the leggings too that are really good as well. I just happen to kind of want to invest in like a pair of Lulus because I know that afterwards I'll love them and fit into them and wear them also. And those ones are more, it's not that there's bands in them or anything. They're just really high-waisted and they feel like butter. So like you can wear them like all the time, but you definitely want like something that you can go to and be comfortable in your entire pregnancy. And I always told myself, like, I'm not going to end up in the maternity leggings. I'm not going to end up in the maternity tank tops. But y'all, you need it. When Billy was coming up behind me before I was wearing them and literally just like holding my stomach up.
Oh yeah.
And so when I finally got some of those, they got really comfortable. The fourth thing you need is a night routine.
Yes.
I have a routine, huh? Every morning and every night.
The thing that Randy stayed really good with was, you know, her makeup routines in the morning, like making sure she was getting dressed, making sure that she was putting on makeup. The psychological aspect of having a routine in the morning just kept her going. And then at night, she had a skincare routine. It's like, hey, I'm going to wash my face. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to do all this. And I think just, again, psychologically, it just keeps you in a rhythm that, like, if you have a bad day, you can still bookend those days with this consistency. Like, I'm going to do the same thing in the morning, same thing at night. Yeah.
If you feel like all over the place, your hormones have been whack, I end my night with like a basic skincare routine, whatever works for you. Yeah. And then I always take my prenatal at night, and someone recommended that so you don't get nauseous. So I take my prenatal at night. I put all my like lotions on. I use this like mix of stuff. I use a shea butter, vitamin E oil, and bio oil, and I mix it and I just put it like lather myself, and I get my little mint chapstick. Come on now. And I lay down on my pregnancy pillow, and I am out like a light. Yes. And I really enjoyed it. I've gotten to the point where I like love doing that in the morning. Like in the morning I get up, I sit down, put my makeup on, like he mentioned. The day goes, whatever happens, I feel like I got ready. Yeah. Because there are days where, especially moms, when you come to the end of your pregnancy and you maybe are on maternity leave a little early and you haven't had your baby yet, or you're home and you kind of just feel antsy to do stuff, but stuff is already done. You're already ready. You've already nested the nest out of your house. You're good to go. Having like small things to feel like you've gotten stuff done still in the day is really helpful. From
another standpoint, I think a must-have is just a good environment to be in. Like, I think when you're pregnant, if you're around too many people at one time, or if you have a lifestyle that's always on the go, like you want to make sure you're settling your lifestyle as much as you can, but that you're also wise with where you're at. Like, like what kind of music are you listening to throughout the day? How long do you spend like on your phone? How long do you spend around like maybe negative people? Like just be wise of like who you're around.
Yeah.
Because
what emotions you're feeling.
and you're more sensitive. You're definitely, you know, you're in a perspective you've never been in. So little things I saw trigger Randy at times where I was just like, dang, if this was just a different setting, that comment would have been so different. Yeah. Yeah. Like if it was a little quieter in here, or if we, you know, if it was a different part of the day, she wouldn't have received that comment that way. Period. But because she's agitated and there's so much going on. Yeah. So I think just fight for an environment. Like we're pastors, we love Jesus. So we're playing worship music in our house. We're making sure that we're very careful about our focus and just not wanting to just, you know, add Atlas into everything that we've already got going on, but wanting to just pause, be grateful, not get caught up like thinking negatively or talking negatively, because right now, like this is the soil she's gonna be born into. For sure. And so we're being wise about that. I think that's important. You've been a huge help. I think even when times where I would get stressed or would get frustrated or like stuff was starting to happen and I would get overwhelmed, to be like, all right, well, why don't you just go upstairs, sit down for a little bit, like put your feet up, I'll bring you something to eat. And I was like, okay. Yeah, you like it, queen. Yeah. And I think the last thing you need is you need a man or a spouse, a significant other that is really going to take the time to understand something that they could never understand. Yes. Yes, trying to speak like you know men what way that's like you totally understand it's something you don't understand, if that makes sense. Like I understand that I don't understand it. Yes. So I need to just be okay with that and do as much as I can. So whatever requests come, whatever like bogus thing that you think is like fake or no, there's no way she feels like that or there's no way it's that bad, there is a way. And you're lucky you don't have to experience it. Yes. So just serve your wife. Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. Like I can say that because he so openly does it. Like without even thinking, I can ask him for anything at any point of the day, even if it's the 30th time I've asked him if my water bottled up. But just serve your wife. Like there is so much that goes into it. You feel like a completely different person. You feel like, will I ever be back to the person I was? Will I ever be myself again? And this is before you even have the baby and postpartum comes in and you're processing the whole transition. Yep. This is just preparing for this. So the more that you can fill and affirm your wife in pregnancy, that will show in postpartum. Yeah, there's definitely a shelf life to that affirmation. If you keep putting it there, making sure she knows you're loved when the deficit is there and her hormones and her emotions, she already knows there's a deposit of my husband's love here. Like I already experienced it. Yeah. And so, you know, if emotions are going to be snowballing later on, that can't even be a thing that grabs her head. Like my husband doesn't love me or he's not with me. Or he can't serve me or I can't ask him for help. Like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I think the biggest thing that has kept me peaceful in going into this transition of actually having Atlas is I know I will have help. Yes. I know I will have help. I know I'm not going to do this alone. I know that he'll wake up at night. I know that he'll run downstairs and get the snack. I know that he'll change the temperature for the third time because I'm probably in like postpartum. I know that he's going to be there to help. And so because I'm not going to be tangibly alone here in our house or left to figure things out without him, I think that's a huge part in what has kept me peaceful. And so husbands, if you're listening and your wife is next to you and she's pregnant, please get her something to eat after this video is done. Yeah, you're going to thank us later, husbands. Well, we hope you enjoyed those quick little fertility and pregnancy must-haves. Some of them are, yes, go to the store and buy them. Other things are just, there's so much to mentally prepare for, emotionally and spiritually. So we hope that you've got some inspiration, some help. And maybe if you were looking for direction, you found that with us. But we will be back in the next few weeks. Hopefully the next time we're filming, we have Atlas. We're crossing our fingers. Y'all. If you're watching this and we haven't had her, pray that I go into labor right now. No, not right now. Soon. Yes, right now. We're hoping that we have her. To do today. Chill, take it easy, dog. Yeah, but we hope that you guys enjoyed. We will see you next time. You are loved. We love you. Be blessed. We love you.